Welcome to Dartmouth Stadium in what is first of 5 Channel 13 high school football telecasts. Hello, I'm Alex Stylos along with my partner Paul Santos. And Paul, Dartmouth against New Bedford today in quite a rivalry.
Well, this rivalry goes back many years, and of course Dartmouth being a suburb of New Bedford, both teams are in the SMC and it really heats up. As you know, Alex, the history has kind of been on the side of the Dartmouth Indians. They've won 7 out of the last 8 games. Last time New Bedford has won is back in 1985, but this year could be a lot different. New Bedford is still undefeated. They had a little bit of a hard time last week with Fian, but I think Dartmouth has their hands full against an unbeaten New Bedford club.
So on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, we get ready for the first half kickoff. Stay tuned.
Sol the Florist does more than just bring you beautiful fresh flowers and arrangements. Sol, your award-winning florist, can custom design silk, dried, or fresh-cut flowers that will reflect your mood and style and fit within your budget. Whether it be a small social party, anniversary, or that most special event of all, your wedding, the professionals at Sol will add just the right amount of color and beauty to make everything sparkle. We can design a package for whatever the occasion. Add that personal touch with flowers from Sol. Sol the Florist, New Bedford.
And welcome back to Dartmouth Stadium. Paul Santos along with Alex Stylos as we bring you the action between the New Bedford Whalers and the Dartmouth Indians. And right now we turn you onto the field to the Dartmouth Indian Band for our national anthem.
Beautiful day here at Dartmouth High, and let's talk about some of the keys to this game. Paul, it seems as if Dartmouth's going to win this game, they're going to need a strong game from Burkness. But what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to pass the ball, and that means his big number 82 tight end Bradford looks like the key to this game.
There's no question about it. And in fact, had the opportunity to talk to Dartmouth legendary head coach Carlin Lynch the other day, and he was talking about keeping the New Bedford defense honest, perhaps throwing the ball up in the air a little bit, and maybe that would open up the offensive line a little bit. We'll see as the game progresses, and I believe the New Bedford Whalers have won the toss, Alex.
Right. Footnote to that, Burkness has not yet thrown a touchdown pass this year. I think that if he throws a touchdown pass today, Dartmouth has a good chance of winning this ballgame. Now, on the other hand, if the Dartmouth defense can't contain Mike Stott, quarterback Mike Stott on the outside, we're going to have a high-scoring affair, at least on the New Bedford end, because that kid is just dynamite. He is very quick. He can also drop back and throw the ball. So they're a multifaceted offense in New Bedford, and when one thing's not going right for him, Coach Joe Worth is not hesitant to change things. A couple of weeks back, things weren't going well. What does he do? He comes out in the second half into a single wing, something that they ran last year because he wasn't happy with the way the offense was going. So that was his message to the kids that, hey, look, I'm not happy with the way things are going. Let's do something about it. Okay, we're ready for the kickoff. Coming here from Dartmouth Stadium, Indians ready to kick off to the Whalers and to take you through the first half. My partner, Paul Santos.
All right, Alex, thank you. Kicking off for the Dartmouth Indians will be number 82, Tim Bradford, and back with a lot of speed for the New Bedford Whalers, number 32, Aaron Burr, and number 2, Scott DaCosta. And right in front of him, number 35, Scott Gomes. And we're underway from Dartmouth Stadium. to number 2, Scott DaCosta, at about the 10-yard line. He goes to the left-hand side. He is hit and brought down by, ironically, number 82, Tim Bradford, the kicker, who's the first one down there to take DaCosta down.
That's a big play, too, Paul, because momentum is determined early. And before the game, watching the Dartmouth High team warm up, these kids are psyched up. I mean, if they can continue that psyche up, to hold New Bedford back there on defense, well, we can have a close ball game.
All right, and setting up the New Bedford Whalers on offense in the backfield. First of all, the quarterback is Mike Stott in the backfield. You have Scott DaCosta and Scott Gomes in the I formation. Gomes is the fullback. The pitch back is to Scott DaCosta. DaCosta around the end gets a nice block and picks up a good 10 yards on the play, and he may have the first down at the 30-yard line. We'll wait for the announcement. It looks like he's going to be short, so it's 2nd and 2 for New Bedford on their first offensive play of the game.
Something that we didn't mention, Paul, was the line play. If your line is going to push back the defense, you're going to have a good chance of scoring, and we'll be able to tell early. We'll keep our eye on that strong New Bedford line. They're not very big, but...
And here's the pitch back to Scott DaCosta again, and he is hit very hard by number 33, Jamie Dutra of the Dartmouth Indians, and he may have been thrown for a loss. It'll be 3rd down and 3. New Bedford facing a 3rd down situation immediately in the opening drive of the ball game. So good play right there by the Dartmouth Indians. They haven't given up a touchdown, Alex, in the last 2 weeks. The defense has been tough.
We have to mention, though, they played Attleboro and Somerset. 1 win between the 2 teams.
That's true. Here's the 3rd down play. The pitch back to Scott DaCosta. DaCosta puts his head down, and he looks like he will have the first down at about the 32-yard line. So the New Bedford Whaler offense converts their first 3rd down conversion of the ball game. It will be, maybe I called the first down too early. Let's see.
Close.
Looks like it'll be a measurement.
Yep.
It looks like he's going to have it, though. I'm looking at the side.
Think so?
I think he's. I think the nose might just be a little over. I don't want to get into calling first downs too early in our broadcast here.
Well, it looks like it's quite clear what New Bedford's trying to do. They're trying to beat them around the ends. We've had a couple pitches our side on the left, and now that first one to the right. So good for a first down, as Paul mentioned. And
1 for 1, Alex.
Right.
All right, New Bedford with their first down of the ball game, primarily taking the ball around the ends. And Dartmouth having a little trouble in their last play, stringing out the New Bedford Whaler offense. 1st and 10, New Bedford. Ball at about the 40-yard line. 30-yard line. 30. DaCosta. A throw to number 7, Todd Soares, by quarterback Mike Stott is incomplete. The ball just a little overthrown. New Bedford puts the ball in the air for the first time in the ball game. It's a 2nd and 10, New Bedford at the 31.
Speaking of Joe Worth early in the year, he's talking about his passing game. He says the one thing he lacks is the big receiver, the tall receiver. In that case, number 7 is his backup quarterback, only 5'10", Todd Soares. So that hurt him a little bit right there. A little more height, he would have grabbed that one.
3 men in the backfield in this play. That's Todd Soares in motion. The pitch back is to DaCosta. A lot of room on the outside, and he is going to be hit and brought down by number 71 for 1, Andy Simpson, the tackle, and he picked up about 9 on the play, though, so New Bedford reverts back to the running game and has a pretty successful pickup right there. It'll be 3rd down now and about 1 for the Whalers.
Looks like Dartmouth did a good job of stringing them out there, but what they have to do is not only string them out, but get to the line of scrimmage. They're giving up 5, 6, 7 yards on that, and looks like New Bedford's just working their way down the field right now.
The Whalers are facing their second 3rd down play of this drive. 8:14 left in the first quarter. No score. Opening moments from Dartmouth Stadium. Once again, a 3-man backfield. A little jump there, a handoff to number 2, Scott DaCosta, and he is gang tackled by a whole host of Dartmouth Indian defenders. It looks like he will be short of the first down this time, and New Bedford may be facing a punting situation, and they will. So the Dartmouth Indian defense, as you said, they played some questionable opponents in the last couple of weeks, but they've proven tough in the opening drive for the Whalers. That's true. Back deep now for the Dartmouth Indians is number 45, Todd Thatcher. The ball bounces and actually takes a New Bedford bounce. The ball is down at about the 33-yard line. So the Dartmouth Indians take over 1st and 10 at the 33. And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our friends from Soul the Florist who have helped make this broadcast between the New Bedford Whalers and the Dartmouth Indians possible this day.
That's right. We could not do this without them. We appreciate all the support from our sponsors today.
Taking over now will be John Berkness, the quarterback, with Mark Civil and Shane Dakin in the backfield. 1st and 10, Dartmouth. Civil is in motion. And Berkness with a fake handoff. He takes it over left tackle, and he picks up about 3 on the play. So Berkness, who actually leads the Dartmouth Indians with 7 touchdowns in the 1988 season, is the first to run the ball for Dartmouth. 2nd down and 7.
Colin Lynch is really going to have to switch things up here today because that New Bedford defense, those guys are a bunch of animals. Those guys really hit hard, and Lynch is going to have to fool them today if he's going to win this game.
Split out right to the right this time, the 36, Steve Roberge for the Dartmouth Indians. And it's a handoff to number 12, Mark Civil. Mark Civil is hit and brought down immediately by William DePina of the New Bedford Whalers. He just shot right through and grabbed a hold of Mark Civil's legs, and it's a 3rd down and 7 already for Dartmouth.
And this is a passing situation. It's going to be interesting to see if Lynch is going to go to the air here with Berkness. What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, I think it's a good possibility. He talked, as we said earlier, about the possibility of keeping the New Bedford defense honest. Right now, he sends Roberge wide to the left. He also has the tight end, Tim Bradford, who is on the right side of the offensive line. And Berkness drops back. He's looking downfield. He throws the short pass to number 19 of the Dartmouth Indians, Shane Dakin, who makes the reception, but it is going to be very short of the 1st down, a fumble, and
it's short anyway. It's going to at least be a punting situation, maybe even a fumble. No indication on the field yet.
The only people pointing are the New Bedford Whalers right now.
4th down.
All right, so
but they called it down.
The Dartmouth Indians go 4 downs and out, and punting now for the Dartmouth Indians will be number 20, Mike Freites. Back deep for the New Bedford Whalers will be number 2, Scott DeCosta, and number 29, who is William Johnson. So New Bedford managed the 1st down before they had to punt. Dartmouth goes 4 downs and out.
Ooh,
just manages to get that punt off. And it's taken by William Johnson, number 29. William Johnson is getting tackled by a whole host of Dartmouth Indian special teams unit. Special teams did a good job right there, and it'll be 1st down for the New Bedford Whalers at about the 39-yard line. 5:23 left, still no score from the stadium. So it looks like the defense has taken hold of the game early, Alex.
The defense taken hold early, and we'll see what Stott can do here. Maybe he'll go to the air one time. They moved it well a little bit on the ground, but let's see if Worth is going to go to the air.
1st and 10, New Bedford.
It's like a mix-up out there.
About the 39.5-yard line. 3 men in the backfield for the New Bedford Whalers. And once again, it is Todd Soares in motion. The pitch out again to DeCosta. DeCosta is tripped and brought down by number 71, Andy Simpson, who's making his presence felt on defense.
It looked like Todd Thatcher, number 45, just barely tripped him up in the backfield.
So it's a 2nd down and 9 for New Bedford. And again, the running play to number 2, Scott DeCosta. He's ran about 3 or 4 times so far early in the ball game. Only 1 1st down so far. That came by the New Bedford Whalers before they had to punt. They got 1 1st down and then punted just 3 downs later.
Number 35 for New Bedford's a great runner, Scott Gillens. We'll keep our eye on him.
About time he got the ball, I think. No, Stott goes back to pass. He's looking downfield. He throws, and he has, almost. He had Scott DeCosta all the way down at about the 27-yard line. He had the cornerback beat, and he's just could not bring the ball in, just a little overthrown.
Look that time, Paul, as he was looking over his wrong shoulder. He was looking from the inside, and at the last minute turned to the outside. If he was looking on the outside most of the way, he would have brought that ball down.
So now New Bedford unable to do anything on the run and then the pass. They're now facing a 3rd down and 9 situation. With 4:38 left in the 1st quarter, there's still no score.
Timeout. Timeout defense. There was some confusion on the field. Big number 72, Craig Habrick, was running off the field, and I think they had too many men on the field, Paul.
Yeah, it was a good timeout right there by Colin Lynch. Nonetheless, he's got New Bedford pretty much where he wants him right now with 4:38 left in the 1st quarter. Again, New Bedford with only 1 1st down. This is the 3rd time that the New Bedford Whalers have faced a 3rd down situation in as many opportunities. And Colin Lynch wants to make sure that he doesn't make some sort of fatal mistake that would either give New Bedford some yardage on a penalty and possibly a 1st down.
If we talk about momentum for a moment, the Indians have won 3 straight games, haven't given up a touchdown in two games. New Bedford, they're coming off a tie, which is almost like a loss to them. They're still hoping for that playoff Super Bowl berth, but I don't know, Paul. What do you think? You see this Dartmouth Indian team come onto the field. They're roaring. New Bedford, they weren't as, fired up, it seemed.
No, they were very disappointed last week, Alex. I had a chance to be in that locker room. They were ahead 19-0. A 19-all tie was like a loss to them. They were very upset. And I guess one way to look at it is they might want to take that out on Dartmouth. But we'll see. 3rd down and 9, New Bedford. Stott, rolling right. He throws. It is tipped, but he has his man, number 90, for a 1st down, and that is Wayne Robertson, the tight end. The ball looked like it might have even been tipped on the way through. But
we have a penalty on the field. Against New Bedford, we're going to bring it back.
So take that one down right away.
Yep. Yep, we're going to bring this one back. It's going to be 3rd down and 14, and Stott to the air again, probably.
And that's a very costly mistake for the New Bedford Whalers and Joe Worth. It was a very big 3rd down play at this point in the ballgame. He goes to the air, finds his man, only to be brought back by an illegal motion penalty. So now the New Bedford Whalers will be facing a 3rd down play and about 14 to go for the 1st.
One thing that Stott does really well is the way he goes back to pass. He finds his spot, he sets up, he throws. And if he does it in this case, watch how he does it. He goes right to his spot, he sprints out, he finds his spot, then he looks downfield.
Wide to the left is Mark LaBeouf. We also got DaCosta and Soares.
Gets his spot.
And here is the long pass, and he has number 2, Scott DaCosta, and it is incomplete. Defending the play down there for the Dartmouth Indians, number 44, Rick Barry, and number 45, Todd Thatcher. Good coverage by the Indians.
Good coverage by the Indians, but the ball, that was a nicely thrown ball. Stott set up. He had good vision of the field, the mark of a good quarterback.
And he threaded the needle right there. So New Bedford will be punting now. Number 7, Todd Soares. And the ball will go to number 19, Shane Dakin, who takes it at the 31. He is hit immediately by the New Bedford Whalers. Number 73, Mike Zekas was the first one there, along with number 1, William DePina. So good special teams coverage right there by the New Bedford Whalers. Dartmouth will take over the 2nd possession of the game. It'll be 1st and 10, the ball at the 31.
A defensive struggle so far. Who would have thought? We thought we had 2 high-powered offenses coming in with the New Bedford Whalers. They have a great running attack and passing attack. And John Brickness and the Indians, they can move the ball.
It's been a steady decline of the New Bedford Whalers to put points up on the board. Every week they've scored a little bit less, although they still have averaged 3 touchdowns a week. But right now, Dartmouth takes over. 1st and 10 at the 31. And he's got 2 men split out wide to the left. There's a flag on the play. And the handoff is, I believe, to number 23, Matt Reardon. Matt Reardon picked up a couple on the play, but we have flags. And it looks like a procedure penalty against Dartmouth. So that's 2 procedure penalties that have killed potential gains here, one by New Bedford and one by Dartmouth.
And nothing upsets a coach more than that, because
that right.
In the case of New Bedford, they had the 1st down, they brought it back, they missed on the 3rd down try again, they had to punt. You don't win ball games like that, and Joe Worth knows it, Carlin Lynch knows it.
And last week, the New Bedford Whalers against Feehan, it was actually the turnover that hurt them a lot last week, particularly in the 2nd half. There was 1 fumble and 2 interceptions in that 2nd half against Feehan, where New Bedford was unable to put up a point, which was the first time, I think, all year that they didn't score in an entire half. But right now, Dartmouth has the ball. It's 1st and 10, or 1st and 15 now, and the ball is at the 26-yard line. Burkness calling signals for the Dartmouth Indians. And it's a handoff to Matt Reardon. Big hole. He picks up about 9 on the play before being brought down for 1 by number 14 of the New Bedford Whalers, Mike Stott, who shows his face both on offense and on defense.
And also number 55, Roland Farland. Gotta wonder what Stott's doing on the field on defense. He was out all last year because of a knee injury, and the kid's just a great quarterback. I don't know if I'd risk putting him on the field defensively.
2nd down now and 7 for the Dartmouth Indians. A little shift on defense for New Bedford. Civil in motion. And it's the handoff to Reardon, and this time the New Bedford Whaler defense reads it well. They're all over him. He picks up about 1 on the play. And New Bedford, for the 3rd or 4th time in the game, faces a 3rd down situation. This time it's 3rd down and about 5 for New Bedford. Couldn't spring Reardon that time.
Well, these Indians like to run that option, and I think they're going to have to try to pass the ball a little bit more.
And that's what Carlin Lynch said, but we haven't seen it so far. 2:28 left in the first quarter, still no score. So 3rd down and 7 now, or 5 for Dartmouth. Berkness going back to throw. He is hit. He has to scramble, and finally he is brought down at about the line of scrimmage. The key to that play was number 1, William DePina, who got all over the quarterback.
He was ready to tee off on Berkness. Berkness ducked just at the right moment, felt the pressure, and luckily didn't get injured.
So far, William DePina has been quite a weapon on defense, and Dartmouth has to punt again. Back deep for the New Bedford Whalers, it'll be DaCosta and number 29, William Johnson. And here is the punt by Dartmouth's number 20, Mike Freites.
Nice punt.
And it looks like it's William Johnson. Johnson at the 25. Oh, he is hit and brought down by number 73. A real defensive show today. Mike Parisi, who brings down the Whaler runner, and it'll be first down New Bedford. New Bedford gets, I believe, their 3rd shot on offense here with 1:43 left in the first quarter. A defensive show at the stadium.
This is a big game for New Bedford. Not only do they have to win, but they have to convince themselves that they're a Super Bowl contender. A 5-0-1 record coming into this game. Last week, as we talked, a setback. These guys have to move out, move the ball.
Mike Stott's the quarterback. DaCosta and Gomes in the backfield. And Stott is looking to throw on first down under pressure. Very coolly pitches out to number 90, Wayne Robinson, and Robinson has a big hole. He's still going. First down at about the 45-yard line. A 15-yard gain for New Bedford.
And again, Mike Stott runs to the spot. He draws in the defense and just lobs it right over him.
Well, once the defensive game starts to take hold on the run, you know both quarterbacks are going to start opening up, and a nice reception there by number 90, Wayne Robinson, and a great display of ad-libbing by the quarterback, Mike Stott. Very cool as he was under pressure by Dartmouth. 1st and 10, New Bedford at about the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down, too. This time it's a handoff to number 35, Scott Gomes. That's the first time he's carried all game, surprisingly. He takes the ball straight up the middle. Dartmouth keyed on him, held him to about a 2-yard gain. So it's 2nd down and 8 for New Bedford. Nobody really able to spring up the middle except that one run by Reardon.
But that play, if that guy doesn't make the play, it looks like Gomes is gone because there seemed to be a hole there, a little seam.
2nd down and 8, New Bedford. And in motion, Todd Soares. Stott going back to throw. He's looking downfield. He has Aaron Burr at about the 33-yard line of the Dartmouth Indians. That's a complete pass, and that's good enough for another first down. Number 32, Mark LeBuff, there it is, on the reception.
There we go. Mike Stott to the air once again.
So the Whalers find that the Dartmouth Indians may be paying a little bit too much attention to the run,
right,
and they're able to open things up by the pass, and Stott can certainly pass for New Bedford. Once again, it's Todd Soares in motion for New Bedford, wide to the right, Mark LeBuff. And this is the inside handoff to Scott Gomes. They try to follow up the pass by springing number 35, Scott Gomes, up the middle, but he is hit hard right away. No gain. 2nd down and 10. And amazing how the runs stop time and time again. Only the pass has been able to pick up any yards so far.
Ryan Staliga just made a beautiful play on that, and they're stopping the running game. New Bedford has to go to the air.
So it's 2nd down and 11, New Bedford, a loss of 1. Once again, Soares in motion, and LeBuff wide to the right. And Soares is downfield. Stott is going to be brought down by number 24 of the Dartmouth Indians, Scott Barber, who was chasing the New Bedford quarterback all the way to the sidelines. He was unable to find anyone, although it did look like Mark LeBuff might be open for a second. Failed to hit him. 3rd down and about 14 now, or about 12 actually, for the New Bedford Whalers.
Every time Stott rolls out, it's an option. Either he can throw or run. The kid is so quick. That time he was looking downfield. He did have somebody open, but he wanted to run it. Ends up losing a yard, and 3rd and long coming up. 12 yards, Paul.
So now there has been a timeout on the field. A lot to discuss for both head coach Joe Worth and head coach Carlin Lynch on the defensive side. New Bedford has to come up with some kind of a play here. They'd like to score before the second quarter, before the half actually comes. So right now we've played an entire quarter here at Dartmouth Stadium. At the end of the first quarter, the score is Dartmouth nothing, New Bedford nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment. quarter now of a scoreless tie between New Bedford and Dartmouth. 3rd down and 13 for New Bedford. And Mike Stott drops back. He's looking downfield. He throws, and he has number 90, Wayne Robinson, but he is hit and brought down right away at the 30-yard line, and it was. Yes, sir.
I think that was number 71. Andy Simpson picked that ball out of the air. My goodness, what a play.
Wayne Robinson had that ball in his hands, and, you know, he just fought the ball away from him.
He got hit so hard, the ball got jarred loose. Simpson saw it, comes across, makes the diving catch. Not bad for a big guy, huh?
Not bad. That's the first turnover of the game, and a
big
game
play, too.
New Bedford was pretty deep in enemy territory, about as deep as they have been the entire game. So John Berkness takes over for Dartmouth. The handoff to Mark Civil. Mark Civil goes over the right side, picks up about 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Dartmouth Indians, and Dartmouth will see if they can take advantage of the first turnover of the ball game.
Again, Paul, it doesn't look like they're doing much on the ground. Berkness is going to have to go to the air. I'd say to number 82, Bradford. He's the big guy. Get him over the middle open. Just toss it right at him.
Man, Andy Simpson, 6'4", 210-pound senior. He is a big guy, no question about that. Berkness now with the quick inside handoff to, I believe, Reardon. Reardon goes up the left-hand side. Same thing as before. He's about the only player that has taken an inside handoff and done anything so far. It only happened once, though. Not that time. A pickup of 1, 3rd down and 7 for the Dartmouth Indians. If we get a look at the New Bedford Whaler offense, the New Bedford Whaler defense, actually.
And the Dartmouth Indian cheerleaders.
3rd down and 7 for Dartmouth. Berkness on the option play, decides to keep, and he is hit for 1 by number 3, Keith Rodricks, as he's brought down after a gain of 2. So the Dartmouth Indians 4 downs and out. They only managed to pick up 6 yards in 3 plays.
And they want to run over the left side, but with no success. Back is Scott DeCosta, who at this field on Jamboree night ran a punt all the way back for a touchdown.
And punting for the Dartmouth Indians will be number 20, Mike Freites. And a lot of pressure by New Bedford as usual.
Shank.
And it looks like it's going to bounce. It takes a Dartmouth Indian bounce, rolls all the way to about the 33-yard line. So New Bedford Whalers have pretty good field position. It'll be 1st and 10 at about the 33. And New Bedford has had good field position all day. So has Dartmouth, but that hasn't meant a lot.
Oh, they had good field position down here when they threw the interception or fumble, however you want to look at that.
That's about the deepest in enemy territory either team has been so far in today's game.
Without a question.
So now New Bedford will try it again here. You see a lot of aerial attack in this drive, Alex?
Well, they've been going to the air quite a bit with success. Got to go with Stott right here.
Once again, DeCosta is in motion. Mike Strott rolls right. He's looking downfield. He throws, and there was nobody there. It was very close to number 36, Steve Roberge, but I think the pass was intended for Scott DeCosta. 2nd down and 10, New Bedford, incomplete pass.
Looked like there was a mix-up on the pattern. Stott thought someone was going to cut across the middle. The only one there was, as you said, 36 for Dartmouth.
So New Bedford passing on 1st down for the 2nd time this ballgame. The last time they did that, it was a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. Not this time. 2nd down and 10, New Bedford. Todd Soares in motion. And once again, Stott rolls right. Flags on the play. Stott decides to run.
Ooh.
And, oh, nice hit right there by the Dartmouth Indians. I didn't catch the number, but
another big guy.
Stott's going to feel that one. Oh, number 71, Andy Simpson, who made the interception before. And let's see what the flag is all about here.
Motion, I think, on New Bedford. Yeah, that's what it is. Motion on New Bedford.
So that'll put New Bedford in.
Well, they're not going to take the penalty, I don't think.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd down, third and about 8 if they decline.
Would Coach Paul Santos take the penalty? Or would you take the down? I would take the down.
I think I'd take the down. Yeah.
And that's the way Carla Lynch feels.
And you want to keep New Bedford to one last play.
That's right.
To salvage the drive. You don't want to give Stott 2 more times here.
That's right.
Because he could complete 2 passes and get a 1st down very easily. So right now, it's 3rd and 10 for the New Bedford Whalers. Look for Stott to pass.
Situation.
Yes, sir. And Stott rolls right this time. He's looking downfield. He throws, and it is complete to number 82, Mark LaBeouf, at the 46 or 44-yard line of the Dartmouth Indians. And that's good enough for another New Bedford Whaler first down, once again via the pass.
And that was a heck of an athletic jump by LaBeouf. He goes up, he grabs the ball, he comes down, he concentrated on the ball all the way. He knew he was in traffic, too.
So it's 7:33 left here in the second quarter. Bedford picks up a first down on this drive. No one has obtained more than one first down per drive so far. A real defensive battle. First and 10 for Stott, and he tries to sneak number 2, Scott DaCosta, up the middle. And once again, nothing doing. A very tight defensive game, and a lot of big kids there on the Dartmouth Indians defensive front will have nothing to do with that. It'll be second down and 8, New Bedford.
Well, I guess when you're passing so much, you have to switch it up once in a while, and that's what they were doing, running up the middle. But you're going to have to look for Stott to throw the ball a little more. That's the only way the Whalers have been moving the ball this afternoon.
And Stott has a lot of people that he can go to. Tight end, wide receiver, the backs are also good receivers for New Bedford. And this time it's a pitch out to Scott DaCosta. And DaCosta again is stopped by the defensive front of the Dartmouth Indians. In there for one, Todd Thatcher, the 5'8", 140-pound junior for Dartmouth. That's actually his second year on the varsity, and he's the kind of guy that makes the varsity early in his career.
That's a loss of 1. So it's going to bring him down third down and 8, another passing situation, and let's keep our eye on number 82 again, Mark LaBeouf. See if he goes over the middle. Stott's been looking for him.
And we'll see if number 7, Todd Soares, goes in motion, and there he goes. Mike Stott on the rollout. He's looking downfield. He throws, and he has,
nice
but
play.
then it is caught by number 7, Todd Soares, at about the 30-yard line. First down, New Bedford again on the pass.
And that was a great throw on the run. He throws it right inside, right on the inside on the inbounds. Soares brings it down for a first down at the 29-yard line, and New Bedford with clearly having the momentum right now.
And there's an example of someone coming out of the backfield who's in motion. There were 3 men set up in the backfield. He went in motion, went to the right side, and went down and then to the sideline to make that reception. First down and 10 for the New Bedford Whalers. And this is a pitch back and a reverse now to Todd Soares. Todd Soares tries to cut to the middle. A lot of confusion on the defense, but he's finally brought down. A fumble. And Dartmouth recovers the fumble.
Oh, my goodness.
Another turnover by the Whalers.
Number 78 that put the stick on Soares, that jarred the ball loose. Dartmouth comes up with the second big turnover of the game, while New Bedford's ready to score, Paul.
And this is the second time, you're right, that Dartmouth, or actually that the Whalers have been in enemy territory.
Right.
And that was a costly one. That was even more costly than the last time, because New Bedford was working on a first down. Last time they were third down. This time they were first down, really on the move. And that was an interesting call right there. The handoff to Soares, to DaCosta, and then to Soares. They haven't been able to move the ball on the ground, so they figured they'd try some fancy deep in the playbook ground game right there, and it didn't work. First and 10, Dartmouth. Berkness, the quarterback for the Indians. And it is a handoff to the senior, number 12, Mark Civil. Mark Civil is gang tackled, and a loss of about 1 on the play. And again, the Dartmouth Indians, they're going to have to try something different here, no question.
I don't agree with Carlin Lynch's tactics right now. He's running the ball with absolutely no success. You have to go on top. Berkness is a big kid. He's 6'1". He can look over that defensive line and throw downfield. Or even if he wants to throw a screen pass. You know, you got to get something going through the air here. They have absolutely no success on the ground.
Right now he's got Steve Roberge wide to the left. The tight end is Tim Bradford, if in fact he is going to go to the air. And Dylan Berkness with a fake handoff, and then another handoff, and that is going to be to one of the tailbacks. I believe that's Shane Dakin, and Dakin picks up another 2, just kind of barrels his way up the middle. And that is not really a successful run right there. It's a third down and 9 coming up right now for the Dartmouth Indians.
Well, they didn't mark the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 5. I don't think they can get 5 yards per carry on the ground. I think the fans should start calling for some pass plays.
3rd and 5 for the Indians. And now he's got Civil in motion. And it looks like he's going to look for Civil. He throws, and it is intercepted by the New Bedford Whalers. William Johnson, number 29, makes the interception at about the 35-yard line, and that'll be first and 10 now for New Bedford, and they get their first turnover of the game.
And right, the first big break of the game for New Bedford.
And they have 4 minutes and 29 seconds, plenty of time on the clock to play with here in a scoreless game in the second quarter. And while we have a chance here, we'd like to thank the people from Sunbeam Bread for making the broadcast today, the rival broadcast between the New Bedford Whalers and the Dartmouth Indians, possible. First and 10, New Bedford. And once again, we have number 44, Joe Oliver, in motion. Here's a pass, and it is incomplete, intended for Mark LaBeouf. The pass was a little bit behind LaBeouf. He was being defended by number 45, Todd Thatcher. Second and 10, New Bedford, and they're once again throwing on first down.
That interception, William Johnson, that was a heck of a catch. Diving towards the sideline, the ball was low. He comes up, big play for the Whalers. Let's see if they can do something with it. Let's see if they can get on the board.
Been a big game for Johnson all around so far. Second and 10 for New Bedford. And once again, Oliver in motion.
Draw.
And it's a draw up the middle to number 2, Scott DaCosta. Scott DaCosta picks up substantial yardage considering what we've seen so far. He picks up about 5 on the play, and that'll be a third down and about 5 for the New Bedford Whalers.
Typically, DaCosta is their big play guy. He's the guy who can rip off the big run. He's got that exciting speed. On the other hand, number 35, Scott Gomes, he's more of a straight-up runner, Eric Dickerson type. High leg kick, kind of like you used to be, Paul.
Oh, is that right? Joe Oliver in motion. Stott rolls left. He eludes a tackler. He looks downfield. He throws. He's going for the end zone. And it is incomplete.
We have a flag.
And there are flags on the play. It looks like a pass interference right there. A lot of tackling going on.
Offensive pass interference, too. Looks like it's going to be called on LaBeouf. Yeah, they're going to call this offensively. He was pushing him.
The ball was still in midair when that happened.
Yeah. Offensive pass interference.
So once again, a big play happens just when one team is beginning to move a little bit on offense.
I think that's a loss of down, too.
So the
Jamie Dutra almost had Stott, but Stott's quickness and his athletic ability enabled him to get by. Yeah, that's 15 yards and a loss of down, so it's going to be fourth and what looks like 23, 24 yards, and they're going for it. They're going for it. All right.
This is a big call right here.
Timeout.
And now a timeout. They got to think about this one just a little bit. Fourth down and 20 for the New Bedford Whalers. The ball is at about the 42-yard line of the Dartmouth Indians, and you take a shot right there. If the pass is incomplete, Dartmouth has pretty good field position at the 42, but I suppose the way the New Bedford Whaler defense has been playing, you can rely on that a little bit if the play isn't successful. I'd like to take the opportunity right now, when we have a break in the action, to thank the people from Roland's Tire Service who have helped bring this game possible between New Bedford and Dartmouth. Roland's Tire Service, thank you for your sponsorship on Channel 13 sports presentation of, it was the first of 5 football games that we will be bringing you on Channel 13. Next week we'll have New Bedford hosting Foxborough. That's a good Super Bowl matchup.
That's right.
So now New Bedford has decided to punt here, which is probably the good decision right here with number 45, Todd Thatcher, back deep for the Dartmouth Indians. And right now here is the punt. Just about got it away. That is number 2, Scott DaCosta. It bounces down, and Thatcher is going to do a smart thing. He's going to let it roll into the end zone, follow him into the end zone as the ball goes by him. First and 10 now, Dartmouth. They've got 3:35 to play with, and not a lot of time when you think of what's happened so far, but on the other hand, plenty of time.
In talking about the 5 telecasts we're going to bring you, we're going to bring you each of the high school teams. We're going to have next week New Bedford and Foxborough. And we're going to also have Durfee here at Dartmouth. We're going to have Stang and New Bedford Voke, and Thanksgiving Day we will have Durfee and at New Bedford.
And also Dartmouth and Fairhaven too.
Oh, yeah.
Both. A double header that day. First and 10 for the Indians. Bergness with a little misdirection, and that worked pretty well. He was tripped a little bit by, it looks like, number 89 for the New Bedford Whalers, and that is Dion Cruz. It's a second down for Dartmouth, and they picked up about 5 on that.
5 yards but on the ground, but I tell you, we have 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first half. We've got to either get out of bounds or start throwing the ball.
Roberge reverse wide to the right now for Dartmouth, as usual. Berkness with a misdirection to the other side, and that's not going to work. New Bedford read that pretty well. That was a pickup of about 2 on the play. That's a 3rd down and 3. Dartmouth Indians once again facing another 3rd down conversion. And how many times have they thrown so far? Once? Or maybe not even once.
I think they have thrown the ball once, but they have to throw more. They're going to have, well, 3rd down and 3.
Carlin Lynch said he was thinking about throwing the ball a little bit.
Maybe he's going to wait till the second half.
Maybe. Still a scoreless game. Anybody's game right now. And John Berkness with a pitch back to Mark Civil. Mark Civil is hit and met
I
after
think he
a
has
pickup
the
of
first
1.
down too, Paul. The ball only has to break the plane of the 30-yard line, and I believe he's over that. But again, the clock's ticking down. 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go.
The ball has been spotted at the 30-yard line, and it is in fact a first down. Good forward progress right there by the Dartmouth Indians offensive line.
Would I lie to you, Paul?
Yeah, I'm 1 for 1 and you're 1 for 1. We're 2 for 2 as a team. That's what counts.
That's what counts.
Coming down on the 2-minute mark left here in the first half, and there's no score. First down and 10 for the Dartmouth Indians. Once again, a misdirection. That's 3 times in a row, and they were looking for it this time. John Berkness is brought down after a gain of about 2 on the play, and that'll bring a 3rd down, or a 2nd down actually, and about 8 for the Dartmouth Indians.
And again, the time ticking away. They have to force to call a timeout with 1:43 left in the first half. I don't know if Lynch is content with a 0-0 first half tie, or if it doesn't seem to me as if he's looking to punch the ball in for a quick lead. What do you think, Paul?
I don't know. He might be, like you said, waiting for the second half. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve. Both coaches have said, we've talked to both of them before the game, and both of them have said they had something up their sleeve that they were going to pull. We haven't really seen it yet, although New Bedford did try that reverse, and that didn't work too well. And that was also on the ground. The ground game has been very tough for both teams so far. So we'll see. A lot of discussion going on right now with the head coach, and maybe this would be the time to unleash something a little bit different right here with 1:43 left in the first half in a scoreless game. We'd like to take the opportunity to thank Grundy's Lumber, another one of our fine sponsors right here, the fine people from Grundy's. We thank them for helping us bring you New Bedford and Dartmouth on Channel 13. 2nd and 7 for the Indians. Berkness going back. He's looking downfield. He throws.
Got him.
And he has number 19, and he drops it. Shane Dakin had it for a moment and then dropped it down at about the 35-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down now for Dartmouth, and about 7 to go, and that is a tough break right there.
It is a tough break, but it's an incomplete pass. The clock is stopped. They still have another chance, actually 2 chances to make the first down and keep the drive alive. See, that's what I think they have to do to win this ball game. Be a little daring. New Bedford has.
3rd down and 7. They have 3 potential receivers split out.
Running.
And he sneaks a handoff up the middle, and I believe that was Matt Reeder, number 23, in the Dartmouth Indian backfield, takes it over the left tackle and picks up about 2 on the play. That's not going to be enough for the first down.
Smart move here on the way apart of Joe Worth. He's taking time out with 1:29. He knows he's going to get the ball back, probably with pretty decent field position, and he wants to save as much time as he can for his offense. Now, on that offensive play by Dartmouth, I agree with it. I agree with the running if they're going to go with it on 4th down. If they go for it on 4th down, that means they have 2 chances to make that 5 or 6 yards. But on 3rd and 6, they're running the ball. I don't know.
A little too deep in their territory to take the chance and go for it right here, and still 1:29 to play. They've decided to punt the ball. Mike Freites will be punting for the Dartmouth Indians. And back deep for the New Bedford Whalers, as usual, number 29, William Johnson, and number 2, Scott DaCosta. Here's Freites with a punt, a little tough hanging on to it. Almost blocked again by William DePina, and it's taken by Johnson. Johnson with a fair catch at the 27-yard line. So New Bedford will have the following situation: 1st and 10 at the 29 and 1:22 to play with here in a scoreless game. What does Joe Worth have up his sleeve at this point is the big question.
Well, I don't really think he has to do anything differently. They're having success throwing the ball. They move the ball consistently. Stott is hitting his receivers. It's just a matter of fumbles and, turnovers that killed him.
New Bedford has had 2 turnovers, a fumble, and an interception, and Dartmouth has turned the ball over once. Still not a sloppy half, though. Both defenses have played very well.
Very well. This is a well-played game.
Oliver in motion, 1st and 10, and they fake handoff to Gomes. No, he actually got the ball. Scott Gomes up the middle, and he is hit by a whole host of Dartmouth tacklers, a pickup of a couple on the play. Scott Gomes has had kind of a tough time so far going up the middle with that big Dartmouth defense.
Quick offense here.
That's right. 1:04 left. 2nd and 9 for New Bedford. And Stott goes back to pass. He throws. It is complete down at the 45-yard line, and that is to number 82, Mark LaBeouf, the usual intended receiver, and that's good enough for a first down for the New Bedford Whalers, and it's a first down, 55 seconds left, and a timeout.
The timeout in high school football's version of the 2-minute drill, engineered by Mike Stott, and he's doing it pretty well.
And once again, it's the pass. That was the successful play. And, of course, they have to pass anyway because of the time problem. But just going by what has happened so far in today's game, nothing doing on the ground.
Well, while we have a chance, Paul, I'd like to thank some of the folks that made this possible. Some of our technicians here, Phil Sabatino, Gilberto Nobriga, Brett Van Brieskirk.
There you go.
Pam Vieira, Jim Donnelly, our director producer, is making this all happen. Tony Santos and Augusto Freitas. And Manny Ferrero. We can't forget Manny.
We have Pam down there on camera, don't we?
Yeah, we mentioned Pam.
Oh, you did? All right, we don't leave Pam out. Mike Stott drops back. He pumps, he throws, and it is incomplete, intended for Scott DaCosta as he broke down the left-hand side. Looked like a lot of traffic down there. Number 36, Steve Rubber, showing his face on the Dartmouth defense down there. 50 seconds left, 2nd and 10 for New Bedford.
And that was a good play by Stott. He knew he was getting hit. He didn't want to take the loss, so he throws it out of bounds. Nothing lost by that. If he takes the hit, he goes down, the clock keeps going. They lose 5 or 6 yards.
And Dartmouth backing up into a prevent defense. It's 2nd and 10. A fumble, and Stott has to fall on his own fumble.
He's got it, too.
Looks like New Bedford did hang on to the ball, but that was unfortunate. Now it's 3rd down and 11, and they just messed up an opportunity to have 3 more plays at
and the clock is ticking away. 32 and counting. Come on, guys.
They still have 2 shots at it. And you know he's going to put the ball up 2 times. Now we're down to 20 seconds left in the first half. Don't forget, we